People are freaking out this morning as Bitcoin has dropped below $67,000 and Ethereum is back down to 3,500. However, if you would watch yesterday's live show, we actually talked about this move being a part of a grander bullish move. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about why this is actually not that big of a deal. I will tell you about some price targets that could be in play because there's a decent chance that this dip is not yet over. However, it's always darkest right before the dawn, and crypto is about to get bullish again. But this is the Investing Bros. Let's get into it. All right, before we get going too much further into the video, make sure you guys are smashing that like button and hitting subscribe so that we can continue to get more and more people into the channel. Where our numbers have been going crazy recently. We are now up over 21,000 subscribers, but we want to get to 50 here very, very soon, and we need your help. It's very free. If for the free price of free, you can smash the like and hit subscribe every single day. But if you want to support us a little bit more, we do have a sponsor for today's video, and it is Uphold Wallet. Now, it's not just us that you're helping, because obviously they're a sponsor. When you purchase the product, you help you help us as well here at the Investing Bros. However, you are getting the #1 cold wallet on the market. And guess what? There's that saying, not your keys, not your crypto. Until you have a cold wallet, you really don't own your crypto holdings. Just like the FTX debacle told us, you thought your money was safe there. It turns out they were trading it, investing, and putting in other things. And then when they lost it, boo-hoo on you. That wasn't actually your crypto. If you actually look at the things that you sign when you sign up for a centralized exchange, that crypto is not really yours. Move it to a cold wallet like Arkless today. And when you sign up with the link down below and use the code BROZ10, BROZ10, you get 10% off your wallet today. Shout out to Arkless for sponsoring this video. Now, as I said before, Bitcoin absolutely is falling. Ethereum is falling. I'm going to get into an article here in just a couple of minutes, kind of detailing as to why that is. But let's start off by just simply looking at those charts and examining what could be coming down the line. Now, we're in a symmetrical triangle pattern on Bitcoin and Ethereum here more recently. And again, I'm gonna go and admit here, over the last couple of days, last week or so, I was wrong. I thought that Ethereum would make a breakout up to 5,000. I thought that Bitcoin would start to make a move to new all-time highs, maybe getting as high as 75,000. However, we are breaking to the downside right now. And I actually yesterday was kind of preparing people for this move when we saw reports that short-term holders were panic selling. They were going into derivatives markets, future exchanges, and they were selling all of their Bitcoin and Ethereum. Guess what? This morning, we saw that accelerate. We're back down to levels we have not seen here since the end of May. Over a week now, we have not been back down to this level. And the truth is, there's a lot of reason to potentially suspect we could go a lot lower. Let me show you what those levels are by turning on our Lux Algo indicators. You will see that we are hitting our take profit right now on the 4-hour chart, but we have a much lower level coming in down here, where at about 64,367. This is actually very close to a level that I've showed you guys here a while ago on a different chart I had. I said, keep an eye. If I turn off Lux Algo, just let's get some cleanness here. I said, keep an eye on this purple line right here. I went and drew this. This line has been a very significant level of resistance and support throughout this kind of sideways trading range that Bitcoin's been in since way back here in March. So this is another level that I am definitely keeping an eye on at the moment. But you're also going to see when we move to the daily chart, let's go back over here and let's turn on Lux Algo once again. You'll see the other reason for this move is because this is the area of the daily smart trail concept. This is one of the major indicators on the Lux Algo Premium Suite. And now that we have rejected on a major order block and we are working on falling through the next one, the next level of major support will be in this area right here at about 64,400. Another reason to potentially think that that is very important is because, well, right now, if you go to the liquidations chart, this is the 7-day liquidations chart here on Bitcoin. We have taken out all the liquidity around 67,000 at this point, but we do have some more popping up where at about 64. If I were to go to the monthly chart, you'll see this even more communicated. When I look at the monthly chart, we have a sea sea of green, but we do have a little yellow mark right here at about 64,400. Now, there is a chance we fall back down to 60K, and I'm not going to say that that's not possible, but I am going to say that I'm at this point thinking that that is a lot less likely. We have a lot of major support here, but if for some reason 64K is lost, yes, 61,000 to 60,000 range, we have a nice order block sitting in place, meaning a lot of liquidity, a lot of people willing to buy at those levels. And honestly, I'll tell you, this is all a part of the play. One of the reasons why I think that you guys should not be freaking out is because even though we have the short-term holders freaking out and selling, we are watching continuously as whales and institutional buyers are scooping up these dips, adding more to their bags, moving their money off exchange, probably moving it to like an Arculus cold wallet or something. But they love these price dips. They love seeing the price come on down and hit these lower levels because that's just discounted Bitcoin that they can buy. So at this point, my next target, again, just kind of wrapping up Bitcoin, I am looking for a move closer to 64,000. Watch for somewhere around 64.4 to be exact. When we move over here to Ethereum, again, we had a bull pennant in play on Ethereum that could have sent us up back to previous all-time high, closer to $5,000, but we are breaking to the downside now. So what do we do with this? Well, you take the formation of the triangle, the opening of the triangle, you move this to the breakout spot. This would put price right down into our smart trail at about $3,400. This is definitely the target I'm looking at. Of course, you could get all the way down to about 3,300 as well. But for right now, I like what I see here at about 3,400. Let's check out what High Block is saying here when we took a look at Ethereum. And then we're going to take a look at an article and again, kind of wrap up today's video as to why you should not be that worried. Sure enough, look at where we have a very high, bright yellow of liquidity sitting right there at $3,400. So seeing a lot of signs here, guys, that this move, yes, we're moving down. Yes, we probably have a little further to go. But let's talk about why this dip is even happening in the first place. Bitcoin and Ethereum shake crypto market with a $100 billion loss amid panic selling. Let me actually correct that thought, guys. It's more, maybe it's 100 billion in those two. I don't actually know the details there exactly. But crypto as a whole, if you go back here to just a couple of days ago when we were up almost to 2.6 trillion, we have lost now in the market $222 billion in crypto over the last week. So a lot of panic selling, a lot of money leaving the space. Why is it though? Let's get into the article and see what is going on here. Recent market turmoil saw a staggering liquidation of 100 billion across the crypto ecosystem. Like I said, it's closer actually over a 200 billion. This massive outflow of capital primarily stemmed from a 4% drop in both Bitcoin and Ethereum prices, dragging the overall market downward. Investors are keenly awaiting the upcoming CPI data and Federal Reserve's interest rate decision, which has further amplified volatility. If you're wondering when that's happening, that happens tomorrow. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will get core inflation month over month, core inflation year over year, the inflation rate month over month, inflation rate year over year, and then later at 2 p.m., we will get the Fed rate decision. Now, don't be so alarmed. It's going to be a pause. They're not going to raise rate. They're not going to cut rates. What will be more interesting, though, is the Fed press conference where Jerome Powell will both give the public statement of where the Fed is sitting and what their decision-making looks like going forward. He'll also answer questions. Hypothetically, the kind of thought here, before I go back to the article, the thought is if there's any type of reason to believe that they are not cutting rates anytime soon, meaning if he begins to make us believe we're going to have to wait a very long time, we could see the market price continue to drop or at least stay still, maybe at lower $60,000 levels. However, if Jerome Powell gives an inch to the thought that we could see a rate cut in the year 2025, a lot of market analysts are saying we have not priced that into either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of the crypto markets. That actually could cause a catapult of price to go to the upside. Also, if we do see the core inflation numbers, we want to see what they look like as well. The expectation is that we're going to stay month over month around 0.3 and about core inflation year over year. We should stay at about 3.5 to 3.6. If we see these numbers go higher, that could also bring some panic to the markets. If we see them go lower, we actually could see that be a relief, and possibly Jerome Powell feel a little bit better about talking about a rate cut sooner rather than later. However, we got to get in this article and talk about a little bit more. Bitcoin's price fell significantly within the last 24 hours from highs of 70,000 to lows around 67,325. That's actually updated. Where have we been below 67 at this point? Reflecting a dwindling interest in both spot and derivatives markets. All right, I already kind of reflected that. Panic selling is happening. People get less interested in buying the spot and derivatives markets. Similar trends were observed in Ethereum, with the price fluctuating from 3,514 to 37,100. This downtrend in the two largest cryptocurrencies has sent shockwaves across the market, triggering a broader sell-off, right? People are freaking out. I bet you tonight, when we take a look at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index that's currently sitting at 74, I bet you this number is way, way lower tonight, unless we see a massive boom over the rest of the day. But let's keep on reading. One more thing I want to talk about in this article, and this is going to wrap up this point. The current market conditions underscore a critical phase for cryptocurrencies, heavily influenced by macroeconomic developments and investor sentiment. The upcoming weeks hold considerable importance as traders and investors digest the forthcoming economic data and central bank decisions. While the market correction has induced short-term losses, it also presents potential buy-in opportunities for strategic investors. That is what I kind of want you to walk away from. When I say, hey guys, prices might continue to drop here a little bit. However, they will still have a bright, bright future, and you should not be freaking out. What I'm talking about right now is, as people are freaking out and as people drop the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm not talking about smart investors. I'm not talking about whale investors. I'm not talking about institutional investors. I'm mostly talking right now about the recent retail investors who really don't know how to invest correctly. They invest based off of emotions rather than logic. Well, here's the deal. If they're freaking out and they're willing to sell, but the smart investors, the long-term holders and the whales, if they can sit back and wait for price to drop, guys, they don't care if price is at 100 at 70,000 right now, or if it's at 20,000 right now. What they want is to buy the greatest possible price, because they see the long-term future with both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if they can sustain themselves and they can sit on the sidelines while retail investors freak out and sell, more power to them. Let them sell. We would love to buy $60,000 Bitcoin, easy peasy, short and squeezy, right? The question is, how far down do we go? Because the more the price drops here, as we get closer to 64,000, and if we lose that, if we get closer to 60,000 on Bitcoin, the more people are going to say, you know what? Yeah, Bitcoin's price is going down, but these prices are amazing. I want to buy more. The whales and the long-term holders, they're the ones who know best where those prices are going to be. So let's continue to watch what their movements look like over the next little bit. Let's continue to watch over the next 24 hours. What do people do in response? What are we thinking about the FOMC meeting and about inflation data? Is it going to be discouraging and keep dropping the price down, or do we see a sign to see a massive move to the upside? And like I said before, I want you guys to pay attention to charts like this. This is very important. Yes, we have targets down below us. Yes, we have longs that will be liquidated if we move the price on Ethereum, for example, down to 3,400. But guess what we have above us? Massive liquidity up above us as well. And a lot of times when you make a swing move down low and remove the support liquidity, you can find yourself in a situation where the whales and the long-term holders buy up in bulk and send the prices skyward, liquidating all of these shorts. This is called a short squeeze. These are the exact types of moves right now, with price dropping like this and fear in the space. These are the exact types of moves historically that precede massive short squeezes with massive bullish price action above. However, we got to continue to wait and watch all the data unfold. Guys, that's all I have for you in this video. If you did enjoy it, though, you got to smash the like button. You got to hit subscribe, and you got to tune in for every single video that we have here on Investing Bros. We, every single day, want to help give you everything you need. We want to cover the news, cover the charts, so that you know properly how to invest your hard-earned money for long-term generational wealth. If that's something you love, you found the right channel. Guys, I'll see you this afternoon for the live show. With that being said, adios.